Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 10th. It's only 52 degrees out this morning, so it's a little bit chilly, but it's supposed to warm up, so it should be okay. And then I got some new stuff added to the bike, so I'll flip this around and show you that. So on Ragbrai, I'm going to need to carry all my stuff, so I picked up this rear rack from Bontrager, and then that bag I got from Amazon. That's going to haul all my camera gear, rain jacket, extra stuff that I need that I won't be able to carry in the other bags that I have or on my person. So I was excited to get that put together over the weekend. All right, let's get on the bike and get going. I hope it warms up quickly this morning. It is chilly when you're in the wind. Whew, I wore shorts because I was anticipating it to warm up. And yeah, it's pretty cold. I know it'll warm up, but yeah. Oh, a red-winged blackbird. First hill. On your left. Those first hills, I tell you, that'll wake you up. This stuff's got to be amazing for the heart rate. Catch my breath here. So I got going about 20-30 minutes earlier than normal today. I woke up before my alarm, decided to just get up and go. So that'll give me a little extra time to ride. So I haven't been talking much this morning because it seems like there's a headwind the whole ride. At least I'm hearing it in my ears here. I don't know what it's coming across on the camera like. It doesn't seem windy, but yeah, it sounds windy, if that makes any sense. Just the way the wind's going through my ears today is very loud. So anyway, I guess I'll just ignore that shit and go ahead and talk. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Just getting into this whole thing this morning and freezing my ass off. Maybe my mind just isn't awake yet because of the cold. Taking a ride out to the Heritage Pond today. Then I'm going to turn around and go back towards the dam. Let's see how many miles we can get in today. before heading home. We got all the editing caught up. All of our videos that we currently have are up on YouTube. So that was a big win over the weekend. So now it'll be much easier for editing and posting. I won't feel so overwhelmed with all of what I gotta do, so that's gonna be awesome. I literally had like a month's worth of riding videos and camping and car and bike shows. I just had to get it all over, like go through all of it and get it up, but it's out there. So I'll just keep creating content now, and hopefully people will watch this shit. And if you are, thank you very much. It's kind of funny when you're doing the editing, you're thinking of things while you're doing it, you know, and you got life going on around you, so you stop, take breaks, get back to the video, and then you get it all done and post it, and then you're like, oh crap, I forgot I was gonna do this in there, I was gonna add this on that part. So no perfection, but it's out there. I'm not gonna pull the videos back down and edit shit and fix things, and it is what it is, man. Nobody out here today, pretty quiet. I suppose being a work day on a Tuesday, that's probably pretty normal. All right, gonna head back down the trail towards the dam, see what we can get into on the way. Something I was just thinking about is how far out am I from Ragbrai at this moment. So I just looked at the calendar and I'm about 7 weeks out, so less than 2 months to the actual time of hopping on the bus to go to the start of Ragbrai. So it's approaching. It's crazy because it seemed like it was just like I had 6 months to go, and now I don't. Time is ticking. Every time I make another video, one step closer. Coming up on your left. Thank you. Morning. So yeah, knowing that Ragbrai's coming that quick, there's still some things I gotta get for gear. I only have a couple of riding outfits at the moment, so I want to get a few more. I've seen videos where people on Ragbrai will have like 2 outfits for the whole week, and they just wash them out, let them hang to dry. Washing them out by hand, I don't know, it seems gross. I don't want to do that. So I am gonna spend the money. I'm gonna have a different set of clothes every day for riding. I'll just put them in little Ziploc bags to keep them separated and grab out each day. And then I'll have like the pants. I'll have mostly shorts. I'm gonna have shorts for every day, and then I'm gonna have a couple pairs of pants to throw in case we get some really cold mornings or days or rainy days or something, just to keep me from getting hypothermic while I'm out there. But yeah, I got to get more clothing ordered. Just a little bit more camera gear. I need to figure out a way to film while I'm riding, because I mean, right now I got this Tellison mount and it's working fine, but I was looking at my headlight and taillight that I bought, and the way the headlight mounts, I don't know where I'm going to fit it on the handlebar unless I ditch my GPS that I have currently and opt for one on my phone. Then I'll have a place to put the headlight. So right now I don't. It'd be inconvenient to have to move the camera, but I've also seen people use like body mounts. They just mount it on the front of themselves and go that way, or a helmet mount. But I feel like the helmet mount would be moving around too much. Everything I'm looking at and stuff, I think it'd be a little chaotic. So I have a chest mount, so maybe one of these days I'll just throw that bad boy on and come out here and ride and see what the footage looks like from that perspective. And if that works, that'll solve all the problem. I'll just wear the thing. So I'm glad I got time to experiment with different angles and whatnot. Hopefully I don't end up with a bunch of crappy footage that no one wants to watch, if anybody's watching anyway. We're down on the South B branch by the old slough from the packing house back in the day. This was like really nasty, swampy kind of water. Really stunk when I was a kid. It was all overgrown with trees. It did not look like this. There's probably a bunch of old cars and bikes and junk thrown in this thing. Now it looks pretty damn clean. Before I started doing all this Ragbrai training, I would go out on my hybrid bicycle like twice a week maybe, and get about 8 miles in each time I went out, if that. And it felt like I was getting exercise. And now I'm like nearly 10 miles in. I feel like I'm just warming up for the day. When I first started training at the gym on the stationary bike, it was tough. And I think sitting on one of those things, not only is it more boring, you're just staring at a TV screen or your phone screen. You're not outside seeing all this nature. I think the fixed position you're in on one of those, it just makes your knees hurt more. Because being out here, I can kind of move around in the seat a little bit. I'm looking at things, turning back to look behind me. You know, you're kind of wiggling around, I guess, which makes it all right. I mean, I do still get knee pain and stuff like that, but I can actually stand up, you know, I can stop pedaling for a little bit and move around, so that's way different. When I was on a stationary bike, I was just staring at the mileage, trying to get as many miles in I could, and I wouldn't stop pedaling. I would just go, 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 and it would hurt after a while. But I'm glad I did those miles in the gym on the stationary, because it definitely had me a little more prepared to be out here doing this right away. You know, there's mornings I'll get up and, you know, for a split second I'll be like, I don't want to go out today. And then I quickly kick that shit out of my mind. I get up, I get dressed, do my morning routine, walk the dog, and go. Ultimately, in life, you're the only one that can motivate yourself to do anything. And there's a lot of times that I'm looking for motivation with my art, trying to find inspiration somewhere else to try to make me get better. And I know the only way that I can get better is to do it and make myself better. But it's easy to be lazy. But I've been trying to get better with that. Realize setting goals helps you to achieve them. So I just keep writing things down that I want to do, and then I have checklists, things that I have to accomplish, and it helps immensely for whatever I'm after. I don't remember who said it, but I have it written out on the wall in my art studio because I thought this phrase was awesome. It is, you are the only problem you will ever have, and you're the only solution. So that means whatever you're bitching and complaining about in life, everything you think is someone else's fault, life sucks, whatever, you are the only one in control of it to change it all for yourself. And I know there are circumstances outside of your control. There's accidents, you know, there's horrible things that happen, but it's how you adapt and deal with those things and keep moving forward that builds character in you, makes you a stronger, better person. And you can achieve great things. All you got to do is believe in yourself. Nothing else. Believe in yourself and get the hell up and go do whatever it is that you want to do. There's a lot of people that I told I was doing Ragbrai and then explain what it is, you know, 7 days riding a bike across the state of Iowa. And they're like, what? There's no way I could do that. And they're right. It starts in your mind. If you immediately say you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm sure you've heard other people say these things, but it's true. I know a lot of my family probably think I'm crazy for some of the things that I've done in my life. So I just say I'm doing this thing, and then I go and do it. But I'm definitely tackling my dreams, man. Going after whatever I want. And I think that's the purpose of life, in my opinion, is to live your dreams. And I understand you gotta work, you gotta pay bills, provide for your family. You can do all that and still chase the things that you want. I think here in Dubuque, it's unfortunate. A lot of people I know, they kind of give up on their dreams and they chase the bottom of a bottle or drug addiction. They get in depressive states, and I've been there. Morning. You know, my early 20s, well, teens into my early 20s, I was a drunk asshole, got in a lot of trouble, ended up in jail a few times for assault charges. And I realized I didn't want to be a drunken piece of shit. So when I was 23, I quit drinking, smoking, doing drugs, and turned my life around. Morning. But again, that goes back to the thing I was just saying before. It's up to you. Wherever you're at in life, take accountability. Stop blaming everyone else. Figure it out and go after what you want. And you'll have ups and downs. You'll fall back. But the biggest thing is, in order to keep gaining ground, is never stop. Get back up and go every time you fall. Stand up, dust yourself off, and move forward. This is the swimming pool off to my right that I went to when I was growing up. It's now called Sutton Pool, but it used to be called the Municipal Pool. Spent a lot of time there in the summer. And we didn't have money to buy swim passes for the whole family, so me and my buddies would go around finding pop cans and bottles and cashing them in to get money to pay to get into the pool. And then after the pool, with the money we had left over, we'd hop over here to Dairy Queen, get ourselves a cone or a dilly bar and fried bread. This location still serves fried bread. I've never been to any other Dairy Queen that has that. I think it's kind of a more independently owned thing here in town. And they're not open all year round. They're only open in the summer. So it's pretty awesome to have something a little unique here in Dubuque. Coming up here on the right is Marshall Elementary School. I went to school here for a bit. When I was growing up, they had the school district changed a couple times. I started out at Audubon Elementary School. I went there for kindergarten, transition, and first grade. Transition was for kids that weren't ready for school, apparently. So I basically got held back in kindergarten, so I was too hyper. I was getting in trouble all the time. So they made me stay back a year. But anyway, I did kindergarten, transition, and first grade at Audubon Elementary School. And then the school district changed, so I ended up going to Marshall School for second, third, and fourth grade. And then the district switched back, so I'm back to Audubon for fifth and sixth. So by the time I got to Jefferson Junior High, I knew kids from Audubon and Marshall. So I was kind of a popular kid, I guess, even though I, came from, well, I'm just a working class kid, And there were other kids that were kind of preppy, that, like, over on Roosevelt, those people had more money than we did down here. So there's a class difference, but it didn't matter because I knew kids from both schools. So I knew a lot of people going into junior high and then into high school. I just decided to turn off my headphones and just listen to the birds. Been riding without my headphones off and on by accident and by choice a couple of times. I think I prefer riding without them, honestly. There's something about that noise in your head. I don't know, it just filters the world differently. I kind of like it without that noise. It's nice to hear the peace, hear the animals, the wind, take everything in better. So I kind of feel like I'm not going to use these on Ragbrai at all, headphones, and I'm probably just going to stop taking them out on the road with me when I'm riding. I'm back up on this bridge again this morning. I'm a little warmer now, and my brain seems to be firing on a couple more cylinders at least than it was this morning here. On your left, coming through. That was a beautiful golden retriever. I'm going to stop over here myself and stretch a little bit. Check the time, see where I'm at. We stopped off here at Heritage Pond, stretching a little bit, checking the time. It's just after 8 o'clock. I'm about, 18 miles in? Yeah, just over 18 miles so far to this morning. I'm gonna have to head back to the parking lot from here and get heading home. Not sure how many miles we'll have today, but we'll find out in a little while. I'm gonna chill here a little bit and get back on the trail. Yeah, I was just thinking about those headphones that I have. I bought them specifically for riding. They don't go in your ears. They kind of fit, I guess, on the top of your jawbone. So they kind of come around your head, onto your face, and then somehow the vibration gets the sound of your eardrum. But it's supposed to leave your ears open so that you can hear other sounds when you're riding or jogging, whatever you use them for. They're like I guess headphones for active people. But now I'm not even gonna wear them. So I spent the money for them, and I'm not gonna use them for biking. But I do use them in the gym, lifting weights. So I'll continue using them there. I just don't think I want it out here, man. The amount of noise, you just don't even realize it. Like, sometimes I'm listening to the song that's playing, and then other times I'm not. And you just got this constant strumming and drumming in your head. So it's really nice to just turn that off. It was nice to be back on the trails. Spent a couple of days riding around the city, and the streets are just not good. So it was nice to be on some smooth roads, into some trees and shade and nature again. We got in just a little over 22.5 miles today. That's some pretty good mileage for a Tuesday. It was a good ride. A little chilly in the morning, but it warmed up. I'm sweating right now. I don't know what you got planned for your day, but it's a good day to chase your dreams. I'm gonna get back to living mine. See you next time.